The kitchen felt strangely heavy that morning, as though the walls themselves were holding back a breath. Sarah stood by the counter, her fingertips circling the rim of her coffee cup, eyes fixed on the thin steam rising in soft spirals. "I'll be in New York for a week. There's a wedding," she said. Her tone was light, yet carried an edge smooth but cutting like velvet hiding a blade. I froze, spoon suspended midair, milk sliding off the cereal and splashing back into the bowl. "Okay," I managed, though the word came out empty, a mask over sudden pressure tightening in my chest. A wedding? She hadn't spoken of any close friends getting married. No invitations had arrived. The silence between us thickened, charged with an unspoken weight I couldn't name. The morning sun caught in her auburn hair, and for a fleeting moment she looked exactly like the woman I had married 5 years earlier, bright, untouchable. But then her smile flickered too quickly, and her eyes darted her phone as it buzzed on the counter. "It's just a college friend," she added quickly, tapping the screen before flipping it face down. I swallowed the burning question, "Who?" and instead forced out, "Sounds fun. When you leave." My tone was steady, but my pulse thudded in my ears like a warning drum. "Tomorrow," she muttered before slipping out of the room, her perfume trailing behind her like a ghost. That night, I lay wide awake. The bed felt too large, without her curled into me. She had gone to sleep early, blaming a headache. But her phone glowed faintly on the nightstand, notifications stacking one after another. I had never gone through her phone before. Trust had always been our unspoken rule. But her words pressed down on me. New York, a wedding a week apart. Instead, I grabbed my own phone and scrolled her social media, searching for anything. Her posts were scarce, just us smiling on hikes or laughing over dinner. But there was something new, a fresh follow, Jameson NYC, a man with chiseled features and a bold smile. His profile was private, but his bio read, "Living for the moments that take your breath away." My stomach tightened. The next morning, Sarah packed with restless energy, tossing dresses into her suitcase like she couldn't choose fast enough. "You're bringing a lot for just a wedding," I said, leaning against the bedroom doorframe, trying to keep my tone playful. She laughed, but the sound was high and brittle. "You know how it is. Matt, options." Her eyes slid away from mine. Around her neck hung a delicate silver chain, new, with a tiny pendant that caught the light. "That's new," I said. She touched it lightly, almost absent-mindedly. "Oh, yeah, a gift from a friend." The word friend hit me like a stone in water, rippling unease through me. At the airport, she kissed me quickly, her lips cool against mine. "I'll call once I land," she promised, but her gaze was already scanning the terminal. I stood there watching as she disappeared into the crowd, the wheels of her suitcase clattering against the floor, a sound that echoed in my chest long after she was gone. Back home, the house felt like a museum of us. Photos on the fridge, her scarf tossed across the couch. I tried to distract myself with work, but my mind circled back to one name, Jameson. Who was he? Why hadn't she mentioned him? By the third day, her calls grew short, her voice distant. "The wedding's tomorrow," she said one night, static crackling over the line. "It's been so busy." In the background, I heard laughter, a man's low, warm voice. "Who's that?" I asked, gripping the phone tighter. A pause. "Just people from the wedding party," she answered too quickly. I wanted to believe her, but doubt had already taken root, spreading like vines around my heart. By the 5th day, I couldn't take it anymore. I logged into her email. Her password was still our anniversary date, and found a hotel confirmation in Manhattan. Not a budget hotel for a quick trip, but a boutique place, plush robes, candlelit bars. Buried deeper in her inbox was another message from A.J. Carter. "Can't wait to see us. It's been too long." My breath snagged, sharp and unsteady. I kept clicking through. Dinner reservations, a museum visit, a jazz club. No mention of a wedding. When Sarah returned, her suitcase seemed heavier than when she left. She smiled and hugged me, but it felt practiced, not real. "How was the wedding?" I asked, voice calm though I was unraveling inside. She hesitated, eyes flickering. "Beautiful," she said, but her voice cracked, and I saw it. The truth, raw and unhidden in her inability to meet my gaze. I reached for the necklace, the pendant warm from her skin. "Who gave you this?" I asked, my voice low, already knowing the answer. She said nothing. Her silence spoke louder than any confession. The pendant bore tiny letters, JNS. My world tilted. Betrayal clawed at me. There wasn't a wedding, was there? I whispered. Her eyes brimmed with tears, but she didn't deny it. Instead, she collapsed onto the couch, burying her face in her hands. "Matt, I didn't plan for this," she cried. "Jameson, he was before you. I thought if I saw him, I could sort things out." Her words cut deep, tearing through 5 years of love, trust, and vows. I wanted to rage, to demand answers, but I just stared at the woman I thought I knew. The necklace gleamed in the lamplight, a cruel reminder of what she had hidden. I turned and walked out. The door clicked shut behind me, leaving her sobbing in the ruins of what we'd built. The night air bit my skin, but it couldn't numb the ache in my chest. Somewhere in New York, a man named Jameson was waiting for a call.